Cheers.
We are behind the bars. Enjoy being the prisoner of scenery and comfort. Hello everyone. Before the presentation starts, I would like to ask you a question. As a Taiwanese, when speaking of Green Island, what will come to your mind first?
Hot spring.
Hot spring and
Jail.
jail. Yeah, I think many of you will say beautiful scenery and wonderful treatment. The special history of this small island, the prison of Green Island. Yeah. Then now let's look at these astonishing pictures of Green Island. I think many of you went to Green Island before, and for those who have not been there, I believe after hearing our presentation, you will definitely want to go there. Then, in terms of our tour, where you can live is the most important question. And also, the prison of Green Island has absolutely become a unique feature. Then, how could your trip relate to the feature of Green Island? That's right, it's our innovative, irreplaceable, and comfortable B&B. Behind the bars, your best choice. Yeah, and first I would like to introduce the founders of our B&B to you. And I am Sabrina Wang, our company's CEO.
Are you sure?
And he's Frankie Wang, our CFO. And she's Teresa Wang, our manager. And she's Lillian Zhang, our sales manager.
Looks like art director.
And she's really our public relation. Then during our presentation, we are going to tell you our company's history, our services, our feedbacks from our customers, and our market analysis and strategies. And then we will have a short conclusion. And if you have any questions, please leave it to the Q&A section after our presentation. Now let's start with the history of our B&B. Okay, honestly, before 2013, the B&B was owned by Frankie's grandfather. And at that time, the B&B was not very popular and lacked its own feature. So it actually has had a lot of financial losses. However, in 2013, Frankie took over his grandfather's B&B and expanded it and found us as his partners to help him. Then 5 of us came up with the idea of combining our B&B with the prison style. Then from 2014 to now, our B&B became very popular and grew rapidly. Our new idea was very successful. Then let's welcome Ruby to introduce our services to you.
Thank you, Sabrina. And I'm Ruby Lee, the public relation of the company. So, do you want to know what behind the bars offer? Let's take a trip to Green Island. When you arrive at Taidong train station, you may wonder, how can I get to the harbor? It's so far away. Don't worry, behind the bars offer pick-up service. From Taidong train station to Fugang Harbor, we will go there by car, because we cooperate with the drivers in Taitung. Then, from Fugang Harbor to Nanyang Harbor, we will go by boat. And from Nanyang Harbor to behind the bars, we will go there by our special prison bus, and we will soon arrive here. And now it's about our service and facilities. We provide 2 kinds of room types, the double room and the quad room. We also offer extra bed if you need. All of our rooms are decorated in striped theme, the colorful styles and the realistic styles. As for our meals, we provide porridge and some dishes as breakfast every day. And we have special windows that connect the aisle and the room. Every day morning, we deliver the meals into the special windows, and what makes the window special is that they can keep the meals warm. As we just mentioned, all of our rooms are decorated in stripe theme, and as well as our lobbies. We can take photos with torture instruments, the mouth shop wall, or in prisoner clothes. And in the frontier, we also sell the products that made by prisoners. If you have any problems with our service or facilities, and you want to find our staffs, we all wear the prisoner clothes, and you can find us easily. As for other little things like the keys, we will decorate our keys like the keys that you used in jail before. And we will give customers a photo by Polaroid as souvenir. Now it's about our tour. We provide the 2-day tour and the 3-day tour. The 2-day tour includes barbecue, night trip, scooter renting, hot spring, and the fair. And about 3-day tour, we just add snorkeling. And if you are in the 2-day tour and you want snorkeling, you can just add the extra fee. And about the price, Frankie will tell you later in the presentation. Most of our activities, we will cooperate with other companies. So only night trip we provide by ourselves. So now I will briefly talk about night trip. It's about 1 hour to 1 hour and a half, and we will go around the Green Island by scooter. And our staff will show you Formosa Sita deer, the stick insect, and some history about Green Island. And we will also host some activities like handmade cookies. And now Teresa will tell you the feedback of our company.
After we realize what makes our B&B special and what we offer, I want to share some successful feedbacks that we received. These two were collected from our satisfaction survey. And Mr. Wang said that he was very impressed by our prison style, and he also emphasized that our tour and our service are also excellent. Also, Ms. Lee from Taipei gave us a strong and powerful compliment. On the other hand, we also got nice review on the internet. Let's see what our Poland visitor, Emilia, said.
Wonderful! It's my first time to live in a hotel, which is just like a prison. The way of serving breakfast and also the lobby are all impressive. Furthermore, it is far more comfortable than at a real prison.
Okay, thank you, Emilia. Last but not least, we have received recognition from our guests through the internet. At Booking.com, we have 8.8 of 10, and on Agoda, we have 9 points from 10. Also, on our Facebook fan page, we have 4.8 of 5. So with these feedbacks, I believe that we are behind the bars is comfortable and unique B&B. For the next part, let's welcome Frankie Wang to show you how we manage our B&B and what our business strategy is.
Thank you, Teresa. I am the CFO of Behind the Bars, and this is the small outlines of our business strategy, which include pricing strategy, market analysis and strategy, and future prospect. Okay, it's my part, pricing strategy. Before we get into the main topic, I would like to tell you the number we are going to talk about is either from survey through the internet or dedicated calculation by Excel. So, the main topic, the most important, our price level. As you can see, our price level is vary from $2,300 to $3,200. And in the weekend, the price should be added by $200. And because we have long stay service, which will be expanded afterwards. So we have a price level for without package, which is $1,700. To make it simply, our B&B provides spatial service, but our price level is just almost equal to a normal B&B's price level, which is a very competitive pricing strategy. And let's examine how our B&B and the visitor can benefit from this price level. First, from visitors' view, they can save $1,000 each person with our service. And from our B&B's view, we can earn $700 on every guest we serve. So $700 may sound like a little number, but if we multiply it by the guest number, it will be a large amount. So you may now want to know, how much do we earn within a year? Before we get the correct answer, we should take the high season and low season into account. So how do we? We calculate the proportion of the guest number during the 2 seasons and put this difference into our formula. Then get the correct answer. Annual net income. So our net income is $4,150,000. It's an amazing number for B&B. But you may think, when somebody starts up a business, there might be a large amount of initial cost. So, how we deal with our initial cost? Because for the land and construction, I have succeeded to them from my grandfather, so don't need to worry about it. But what I have succeeded is a very old house, and old house need to be refurbished. Refurbishment include infrastructure, decoration, and system furniture. Get all these things down properly may cost us $4 million. But to make it more elaborate, we spend $6 million on it to increase our users' experience. So initial cost divided by net income equals to 1.4 year. And during a period, we have to support the lowest life needs of our members. So it will be extended to 1.5 year. Still an amazing recovering speed for B&B. After we recover all of our initial cost, we distribute all of our net income to 5 of our members. So each member can get a monthly pay of $69,000 a month. Our success can be partly attributed to our effort on market analysis. So let's welcome Vivian to introduce our market analysis.
Hello everyone, I'm Vivian Chong. I'm the sales manager for the Behind the Bars. And for the market analysis, I'll talk about our major competitors and also the SWOT analysis for our company. So, for the major competitors, there's actually 47 legal B&Bs on the Green Island. And for the first case, I'll take a normal B&B for example. And here's some pictures from this B&B, and in comparison, here's a review for Behind the Bars. So from this graph, you can see that it actually shows the differences between us for the tour and the price. So with our thematic design and also an extra meal for barbecue, we actually have a price which is only $500 to $600 higher than the normal non-themed B&B. So for the next case, I'll take a thematic B&B for example. And here's some picture for this B&B. And in comparison, our B&B, the Behind the Bars, actually provide more types of the rooms for the customers to choose from. As for the price, our price is actually practically the same as the B&B when it's 2 people, while it is only $300 more expensive than this thematic B&B. So, in fact, our B&B has a price that is actually practically the same as the thematic B&Bs on the Green Island. So, for the next part, let's move on to the SWOT analysis. So, for the strength, our B&B is thematically designed to be prison-related, which I believe gives us the novelty and specialty comparing to other B&Bs on the Green Island. As for the weakness, and our price, as I've mentioned, is just a little bit higher than the normal B&Bs, while practically the same as the thematic B&Bs on the Green Island. And some customers, another possible weakness is that as our B&B is prison related, some customers may have may think that prison is not good, so they may not choose our B&B. And also, after years, our B&B may not be so special for the customers since it's been years that we have been running. And for the opportunity, the Green Island is actually a popular domestic tourist spot for the Taiwanese, which attracts about 30,000 tourists every year, and that brings a big opportunity for our B&B. And so, finally, for the threat part, first let's look at this pie chart that in 2014, there's about 87% of the tourists are centralized in the peak season, which is from April to November. So, which means in the low season, the tourists will shrink to about 10,000 people on average for every month. So that's the problem for the low season. And on the other hand, the B&Bs and hotels of the Green Island is actually having a vicious competition that they keep on lowering their price in order to attract more customers rather than improving their quality. So we, the behind the bars, have actually been working really hard on keeping both, keeping a better service and also a more comfortable place to stay and a rational price at the same time for our customers. And for another possible threat is that the market, the hotel industry for the Green Island is actually facing a market slowdown recently. That from this graph you can see that from 1991 to 2002, the tourists going to the Green Island is actually climbing stably, while now it is actually being static in general, while it fluctuates within years. So that might be a problem for our future growth. So to fix the problem for low season and market slowdown, we actually adopted some strategies to attract more customers for us. So now let's welcome our manager, Teresa, to talk about the marketing strategy.
Thanks for the market and analysis by Lilian. Our market analysis brings us to the decision we made. So I'd like to share our marketing strategy. As we know, from November to March is the low season in Greenland. So our low season strategy is that we provide long stay options. For people who stay for over 5 days, they will have a rather cheap price, and we will offer kitchen, laundry, and all of our facilities. So the guests can stay here for a while if they like, without disturb. Also, we make discounts. For a 2-day tour, it's 10% off, and a 3-day tour, it is 20% off. Secondly, we have our promotion tools. First, we have our Facebook fan page. We set up Facebook fan pages that our target market, our target customer is the young people that are interested in trying new things. So, and also many people have Facebook accounts now. So we think that it is the most direct and convenient way to contact the customers by Facebook. Also, we set up Facebook ads and last year. And the result this year, we find that it raised our Facebook total reach to 35%. Besides, as for the reservation, instead of telephoning and booking from a Facebook fan page, we also cooperate with Agoda.com and Booking.com. And the result is that our reservation from the internet rise 40%, and half of them were from the foreign country. And there are still many things that we can do to make our B&B better. So I think that maybe we should welcome Frankie Wong to share our future prospects.
Thank you. Frankie Wong again. I will show you the future prospect. If we have succeeded in raising more funds, we will adopt more aggressive strategy. Strategy 1, cost down, vertical integration. We can buy out our suppliers such as ferry, motorcycle renting, and barbecue, and snorkeling. By doing this, we can decrease our cost, and thus we can increase our margin. And the second strategy, exposure up. If we have succeeded in raising more funds, we can invest more in advertisement, either in traditional advertisement or in internet advertisement. And we can cooperate with more booking websites and cooperate with more travel agencies. So after you know we are a very potential company and knowing all things above, let's welcome Lillian to give us a short conclusion.
Okay, so now let's make a short review for our presentation. Behind the Bars actually combines the history of Spring Island into our design, and we also provide all the modern amenities you need, and at the same time, we offers the majestic views for our customers. So if you're interested in our company, sponsor now, and you won't regret with the history charm, the modern amenities, and majestic views unforgettably behind the bars. So thank you for listening. We are
Behind the Bars!
Enjoy being the prisoner of scenery and comfort. And now it's the Q&A session.
Is there any question?
Any questions or comments?
Many of the white terror victims are still alive. And do you think this will hurt their feelings?
You mean white terror?
Yeah.
I think maybe the prison doesn't have much to do with the white terror prisoners.
The prisoners in Green Island.
But I think most of them are actually kept on the major island, right? In other different prisons. I mean, it's usually for gangsters.
I think our B&B is combined with the prison style, but it is just for like the decoration, or it's just like attraction. Yeah, so we are not really making fun of the prisoners before in the Greenland prison. Yeah, it is just for visitors that would like to experience different kind of different atmosphere.
Good. Others?
I'm kind of curious about how you measure the decoration cost.
Decoration cost is 30 square 100 10 1 million. $1 million. So we calculate our rooms and how much our rooms square and multiply by the price. 30 square 1 million.
Square meters? Okay.
And it shows the survey from the industry, the average is from the average.
Good. Others?
I'm wondering if there is some B&B having the same or similar style with you, and how do you, what will you do to solve this problem?
Actually, we've made some research on the internet that there's no one B&B on the Green Island serves as this style. So we are actually unique on the Green Island.
Good. Others?
Our feedback is welcome.
So, have you ever considered setting up your B&B maybe on another island like Lanyu?
I think that is
We haven't considered that yet because we want to make it vertical.
yeah, because we want everyone to sponsor us because we are still making more profit on Greenland. Because now the cost is still high because we have to cooperate with
Greenland?
Greenland.
Oh, Green Island.
Green Island. Greenland is also. Yeah, because we have to still pay a lot. But if we can have more invest and we can buy all that, then after that we might consider to expand our career.
So I wonder. So between the two islands, which one has more tourists?
I think we didn't make we don't know for the information now. So we'll find out.
Because I think because we have behind the bars, and the most famous prison in Taiwan is Green Island. So we will focus on operate our business in Green Island.
Others? Has anyone ever been to Green Island, Wesley?
Sorry, I'm not sure if I missed the part when you mentioned your meal. So what will you provide?
Rich